Security Partnership, MSP, launched in Minerals Security Partnership Finance Network. MSP Finance Network was launched by India and 14 other members of MSP including USA, Australia, Canada, Italy, Japan and European Union. The Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry approved SPICed scheme. Sustainability in spice sector through progressive, innovative and collaborative interventions for export development, SPICed, is a spices board scheme. Going digital for non-communicable diseases, the case for action published by the World Health Organization, WHO, and International Telecommunication Union, ITU. The Supreme Court mandates states, UTs to implement guidelines on school safety and security. The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, NCPCR, is tasked with overseeing the implementation. About guidelines on school safety and security, guidelines was prepared by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, HRD, in consultation with the NCPCR. Aim to hold school management accountable for ensuring the safety of children in government, government-aided, and private schools. The guidelines are advisory in nature. The habitat rights are formally provided to Mankedia of Odisha under the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers, Recognition of Forest Rights, Act, 2006. About Mankedia tribes, they are one of the 75 particularly vulnerable tribes. They are a semi-nomadic section of the Birho tribe. The community is famed for its skill in catching monkeys and trapping small birds and animals. They live in dome-shaped leaf huts, known as kumbha. Speak a language of their own that belongs to the Munda branch of Austro-Asiatic language group. Asian Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions, ASSOCI. The President of India attended the opening ceremony of the 16th ASSOCI Assembly organized by the Controller and Auditor General, CAG, of India in New Delhi. About ASSOCI, it is one of the regional groups of the International Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions. It was established in 1979 with 11 members. Now the membership has grown to 48. The first Assembly and Governing Board meeting was held in New Delhi, India. At the Assembly, the rules and regulations of ASSOCI were approved. India Independent Business Division, IBD, is inviting nominations of B.Tech and M.Tech students for India II Fellowship. India II Fellowship, it is a fellowship for full-time PhD scholars researching in the areas of artificial intelligence in top 50 NIRF-ranked research institutes. About India II, an independent business division under the Digital India Corporation, DIC, of the Ministry of Electronics and IT, MeitY, is the implementation agency of India II mission. It aims to democratize AI's benefits across all strata of society, bolster India's global leadership in AI, foster technological self-reliance, and ensure ethical and responsible use of AI. Recently, the 5th edition of Goa Maritime Symposium 2024 was hosted by the Indian Navy. Theme: Common Maritime Security Challenges in the IOR, Progressing Lines of Effort to Mitigate Dynamic Threats such as IUU fishing and other illegal maritime activities. About Goa Maritime Symposium, it is a forum for fostering collaborative thinking, cooperation, and mutual understanding between India and key maritime nations of the Indian Ocean region. It was conceptualized and instituted by the Indian Navy in 2016. Thailand became the first Southeast Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. The body mass index has long been criticized as a flawed indicator of health, and a replacement has been gaining support: the Body Roundness Index. What is Body Roundness Index, BRI? BRI was developed by Diana Thomas in 2013. Instead of looking at height and weight, BRI mathematically quantifies body fat levels by looking at height and waist circumference. The scores usually range from 1 to 15, with those having very high scores or very low scores of over 6.9 or under 3.41, considered at the most risk for illnesses. Body Mass Index, BMI, and its limitations. BMI is a ratio of height to weight, the formula developed nearly 200 years ago by Adolphe Quetelet. A BMI of 18 to 24.9 is considered normal, 25 to 29.9 is termed overweight, and 30 and above is classified as obese. However, BMI has significant limitations, particularly for children and young people, whose body fat levels change as they grow, athletic people, who have high levels of muscle mass, and people from ethnic minority groups, who may develop health problems at lower body fat levels. Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, CGTMSE, has approved 1 lakh rupees crore guarantees in 172 days. According to the Retraction Watch database, paper retractions are becoming more common worldwide even as the research misconduct problem is worsening in India. What are retractions? Times a retraction is a mechanism that kicks in when a scientific paper published in an academic journal is found to be so flawed as to merit being removed from scientific literature. The Jharkhand High Court has directed the state government to identify illegal Bangladeshi immigrants in the Santhal Parganas region after APIL raised concerns about demographic changes due to Bangladeshi infiltration. The petition noted a significant demographic shift in 6 districts, with the tribal population decreasing from 44.67% in 1951 to 28.11% in 2011, while the minority community's percentage rose from 9.44% to 22.73%. An illegal immigrant in India is defined as a foreigner who has either entered the country without valid documents or overstayed beyond the permitted time under the Citizenship Act, as amended in 2003. The Certified Security Professional for Artificial Intelligence (CSPAI) program was launched under the aegis of the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, CERTIN, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MeitY, and private cybersecurity firm, CISA. What is the National Credit Framework, NCRF? National Credit Framework. The National Credit Framework, NCRF, is part of the National Education Policy, NEP, 2020. It provides a flexible system for accumulating and transferring credits across multidisciplinary education. The NCRF is not a regulatory framework, but rather an enabling one that aims to provide flexibility in education.